Hello everyone, in this video, I will explain the methodology used in my final year project entitled Public Transport Accessibility Analysis in Ridzuan using GIS. This methodology was designed to evaluate the accessibility of public bus service, identify underserved areas, and propose suitable locations for new bus stops to support sustainability urban transportation planning. The first objective is to identify the spatial distribution of public transport facilities in Ridzuan. Secondary spatial datasets were collected from multiple sources, including bus stop locations from our bus turbo, road network data for OpenStreetMap, operational bus routes from MyBusRepo, and administrative boundaries of EPO. These datasets were imported into ArcGIS Pro for preprocessing and analysis. The second is to analyze the kernel density of public transport facilities in EPO. Bus stop locations were collected using our bus turbo, while supporting spatial datasets such as administrative boundaries and road networks were obtained from OpenStreetMap. All datasets were imported into ArcGIS Pro for pre-processing before spatial analysis. Kernel density estimation, or KDE, was then performed to evaluate the spatial concentration of bus stops throughout the study area. This method calculates the density of point features within a specified station radius, producing a continuous surface that highlights areas with high and low concentration of public transport facilities. The resulting kernel density maps provides a clear visualization of distribution pattern of bus stops and helps identify areas where public transport facilities are highly concentrated or relatively sparse. The second objective is to analyze the level of public transport accessibility based on walking distance and travel time. Two GIS techniques were applied to achieve this objective. First, buffer analysis was performed by creating service areas of 400 meters and 800 meters around each bus stop. Areas within 400 meters were classified as having good accessibility, while areas between 400 and 800 meters were considered to have moderate accessibility. Areas located beyond 800 meters were classified as having poor accessibility. Next, network service area analysis was conducted using the OpenStreetMap road network to simulate actual pedestrian movement. A walking speed of 5 km per hour was applied to estimate walking time. The service areas were reclassified into 4 categories: 0 to 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and more than 15 minutes. Compared to the straight line buffers, network analysis provide more realistic representation of accessibility because it follows the actual road and pedestrian network. The third objective is to analyze the population density distribution within EPO. High-resolution population data were obtained from the World Pop database in raster format, spatial resolution of 100 meters by 100 meters. The population density raster was imported into ArcGIS Pro and is analyzed using graduated colors to visualize areas with different population concentrations. Areas with higher population values indicate location where a greater number of people reside, while lower values represent less populated areas. This analysis provides valuable information for understanding the spatial distribution of the population and serves as an important reference when evaluating public transport accessibility. By comparing population density with the distribution of public transport facilities, areas with high demand for public transport service can be identified more effectively. The third objective is to identify unserved areas with limited access to public transport. To achieve this, accessibility results were integrated with high-resolution world population density data using raster-based spatial analysis. Both the accessibility layers and the population density raster were reclassified into standardized prioritized values. These layers were then combined using the raster calculator to identify locations where high population density overlaps with poor public transport accessibility. The final output is priority map highlighting underserved areas within Greater Ipoh. Based on this finding, Suitable locations for proposed bus stops were identified to improve accessibility and support more equitable public transportation planning.